First off, actually I know where to start. I want to say rest in peace to Rayshard Brooks. And for anyone who doesn't know who Rayshard Brooks was, he was an unarmed black man who once again was killed by the police in Atlanta. I believe it was Friday of the time of this recording or the time of the video drops. So let me catch you up to speed if you don't know what happened. Rayshard Brooks, he was at a Wendy's, he was intoxicated, but he fell asleep in the drive-through lane. Didn't cause no damage to anybody or to himself, no car damage, whatever. Police were called on him and knocked on his window, telling him to come out, asking him all sorts of questions like, have you been drinking, this and that? And he was being very compliant. He wasn't creating a fuss, he wasn't getting argumentative. He even offered that he even said that I can park the car at Wendy's and just walk over to my sister's house and go pick up the car the next day, right? And as your police, you know, you get his ID, you get his license plate number, you can always follow up with him afterwards. But because obviously police don't do that, he did the breath test, obviously showed he was intoxicated, and just immediately pulled out the handcuffs to arrest him. Why? Because the mass incarceration that us black people be going through every single day. So obviously, Mr. Brooks wasn't trying to get arrested when he was being compliant and was resisting. The two officers and Mr. Brooks got into like a scuffle, and then Rayshard Brooks got the taser and ran. And as he was running, the police were chasing after him. There's videos you can find on Twitter, Facebook, Insta, whatever, that one of the cops was chasing him with a taser and trying to shoot him with the taser, missed. So he dropped the taser and went for his gun and shot 3 times at Mr. Rayshard Brooks' back. Like, it hit him on his back, hit him on his buttocks, and the other one missed and killed the man. I mean, that could have been de-escalated and solved easily. If you're the police, your job is to quote unquote serve and protect. Isn't that a part of your job to de-escalate the situation, as I said, and maybe escort Rayshard Brooks to his sister's home? Because if he's intoxicated, he could be a danger to himself or other people. Why not escort him home and then follow up with him after when he's sober-minded? That seems like a logical thing to do, but we don't live in that type of world. We live in a world where they shoot first and ask questions later. People are just, all these cops are just trigger happy. This is why we keep saying defund the police. When we say defund the police, we're not talking about, oh, get rid of all police. Clearly, all the training they go through, like in terms of de-escalation of situations, mental health services, they don't use that. So what's the point of putting all this money into programs to teach them that if they don't even care to use it in real life situations? That's why advocating for defunding the police, you can take the money, take the resources and allocate them to other parts of society, whether it be building communities, like building up impoverished black communities or building up mental health services, like the list can go on. So no, this is not over. I want people to watch this who are thinking, oh, you know, I posted my black screen on Blackout Tuesday, even though I may have deleted it by now. Why am I still seeing Black Lives Matter posts on my TL? I don't get it. This is not a trend. This is not something you just hop in and out of. This is a lifestyle that you're adopting for the rest of your life. It's been well over 3 weeks of protesting because of Mr. George Floyd. The reason why we're protesting is because, look, obviously these things, all these police brutality and white supremacists killing black people have been going on for years and years and years and years on end. But the fact of this pandemic, we're all home, stuck at home on our phones, glued to our phones. We were forced to watch these videos. So if the whole world is seeing this, especially in Canada, especially in the United States, we're all angry, all pissed off. We're like, this is still happening. We already have enough to deal with because of this whole pandemic, but now you're still out and killing unarmed black men. I say that out of emotion. Like, obviously, there's things you can do. Spread awareness, sign petitions, donate into the right funds, into the right Black Lives Matter funds. You do all that. Support black businesses. Those are things you can do. But I'm at a point in an emotional place. I'm just exhausted, man. You're watching this. I know you're exhausted as well. Like, the United States and Canada to the degree, our police force. I saw a tweet that literally said that the world is watching them, and police are still doing these things. This is them on their best behavior. They're tear gassing people, shooting rubber bullets to people's eyes and stuff, knocking down old men, old defenseless men who have brain damage now. They're gonna, like, who knows if they're gonna survive that. You have all this propaganda of them kneeling and then an hour later go and hurting all these innocent protesters. It's like, this is them on their best behavior. They're showing you how incapable they are of maintaining peace and order in a society. This is why we're calling to defund the police. So if you're here thinking, oh, why am I still seeing this on my TL? I don't want to be seeing this. Blackout Tuesday was how many Tuesdays ago? No, bro. Listen, if you say you're an ally in all of this, this isn't a day thing, a week thing, a month thing, not even a year thing. This is a lifestyle that you are adopting. You have to do the work, talk to people in your communities. Because I was talking about this with a friend. I find that with white people and non-blacks, there's three types of people. There's the overtly racist ones. You know, the white supremacists are just people who are just discriminatory against black people for no apparent reason. There's the actual allies, white and non-blacks, who actually understand their privileges and want to use their privileges in favor of black people, which I support. And then there's the large majority are the complacent people, where they don't consider themselves overly racist, or they consider themselves racist at all, but they just don't care enough to do anything because everything we're fighting for doesn't affect their lives directly. And those are the people I am talking to right now. If you find yourself in a place where, oh, I don't want to be seeing all this, I don't really care about this, you need to change how you think and how you approach things. Because we can't just keep letting this happen. Everyone's talking about, let's go back to normal, let's go back to normal. There's nothing normal. Your normal is basically you just being complacent and just agreeing to how the world is. The world shouldn't be like this. We should be fighting of how good the world can get. You shouldn't just be sitting like, well, you know, it doesn't affect me, so I shouldn't really do anything about it. No, you need to get up, get off your bum, and start talking to people in your communities. You know in your heart it's not right. You have to take action on that feeling you have, because we can't do this ourselves. We have to do this all together. We're all in together. I keep saying it in the past videos I've been uploading recently. All lives matter. All lives will only all matter when Black Lives Matter. Period. There's no type of debate. There's no type of argument. Done. All lives will matter when Black Lives Matter. I say this to bring quick awareness to some things, because in the midst of all the racial tensions in Black Lives Matter movement, you have things going on to other minority groups where, like for example, in my province of Ontario, they passed a bill saying that, oh, you know, if someone was drunk during a rape case, that's a liable excuse to get away with the charge. It's like, y'all not hear yourselves. You're putting women in such vulnerable positions for no reason. No reason. This racial patriarchal system that has been built up for hundreds and hundreds of years in Canada and the States, you're seeing it rear its ugly head out. This pandemic, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Rayshard Brooks, I can keep going. All of these cases, all these stories, they're just showing how disgusting our society is in Canada and especially in the United States. People keep saying like, oh, like, why can't we talk about America so much? Like, aren't you Canadian? Yeah, I'm Canadian. I also got an American citizen. So boo-hoo to you. I'm gonna talk about both sides because this is affecting all of us. We see this racial patriarchal system where no minorities have been set up to succeed. Like, think about it. If you have a Black trans woman, she's done for in this life, because in all corners, she's not getting any help or treatment or whatever. You get me? Like, you just think about things like that. You got to think about when a bill gets passed, who is this affecting negatively and who is this affecting positively? And most times, it's gonna affect the white man more positively than any other minority. That's the way it goes. A lot of white people in places of power abuse that. And this is where we get to. You have police brutality. And we keep talking about police brutality. There's so many parts of systemic racism we don't be talking about. Systemic racism in education, in finance, in business, in the healthcare field. I can go on and on and on. So I repeat, don't think that this is all over, this is done. That you did your part by posting a black screen, or you posted a couple social media posts on your story and you're done. No, it's not done. Don't think that things are going back to normal, because this has never been normal. Wrongful killings of Black people have never been normal. Police brutality has never been normal. Systemic racism has never been normal. Don't for 1 second think that this is normal when it's not. This is our chance and it's our time to push change. Social reform from the top all the way to the bottom. We have to keep fighting. I want to just end this video by extending my hand to anyone watching this, especially if you're a Black person and you just want to talk to somebody about everything going on. I linked my Instagram account at the bottom. we could just, you don't have to follow me. Don't even worry about that. Just DM me. We can have a little voice call, whatever, or a video call if you're comfortable with that. We can just talk it out, because I want to do my part to help y'all maintain your mental health. As I talked about in my last video, all the powers that be want us to just forget about it and everything dissipate. That's what they're waiting for. They're really waiting for us to everyone get tired and go back to their homes. And then they'll continue the racial patriarchy that keep going on. We can't let that happen. One last thing, and I'm not trying to do this for clout or any exposure or anything, but I just feel like people need to hear the message of this video. If you have a friend or a family member who is asking questions like, why are people still posting on Black Lives Matter? Or don't all lives matter? Or why are we trying to defund the police? Send them this video and let them watch it. Tell them to take the time to watch it so I can break down what's going on. Please do that for me. I appreciate it. And once again, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Look, people keep asking me, when are you gonna get back to your regular content? I'm sorry to say, this is my regular content. I'm a Black man. I want to keep talking about this. I'm not this big influencer. I'm not this big celebrity. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a rapper. I'm just a Black man on YouTube spreading the message that Black Lives Matter, and that's how it's gonna be. I literally made a whole playlist called Black is Beautiful, where I'm gonna upload all of these videos, and I'm gonna be uploading more videos where I'm talking about Black excellence. We'll see that in the near future. But for now, I'm just gonna keep covering what's going on, because this affects me. And whether you like it or not, this affects you too. So once again, I just wanna say thank you so much for watching this, and share this with someone you think needs to watch this as well. I mean, that's all I got for y'all. Take care of yourselves and continue to be safe.